Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party. Here we come.
Hi vlog! And also I've been doing this vlog trip for so much long. You guys are so loud for this.
Kris Jenner's 70th birthday wasn't just a party, it was a super luxury experience designed for the elite. But no one expected the menu to become the most viral part of the night. It started with one anonymous photo posted on Twitter. A crisp black and gold dinner menu with Kris 70 embossed at the top in metallic foil. At first, people thought it was fake, a fan edit, another over-the-top Kardashian meme, but then multiple guests confirmed it, and the internet realized this was real, very real. Within minutes, the leaked menu hit Reddit, TikTok, and every celebrity gossip page online. Fans weren't ready, not for the dishes, not for the ingredients, and definitely not for the prices. This is someone's monthly rent for one plate. Kris isn't playing, she's feeding billionaires. I just fainted reading the price of the champagne. And honestly, same. Because the moment people started breaking down the cost of each dish, the reactions went from shocked to confused to absolutely speechless. And this wasn't a meal, this was a statement, a flex. Kris Jenner telling the world, 70 looks expensive, and it should. The first shock wasn't the entree, it wasn't the champagne, it was the appetizers, the smallest plates of the night, and somehow the most outrageously priced. The leaked menu showed 3 starter options, and each one sounding like it belonged in a Michelin star tasting menu, not a birthday party, but nothing prepared the internet for the numbers. 1. Crostini Caviar Sphere, $295 per spoon.
Adele was there. You can see her a little better in this photo in the background. Mariah Carey, Snoop Dogg, Kim of course, Bill Gates. It was seriously like a billionaire's roll call. Mark Zuckerberg and his wife Priscilla Chan were there. Photographed here inside the party, Jeff Bezos and his wife Lauren Sanchez, who actually hosted the party for Kris at their home.
Yes, per spoon, a single teaspoon of imported beluga hybrid caviar, balanced on a frozen lime cloud, finished with edible 24-karat gold flakes, and paired with a micro shot of zero sugar champagne. Guests said it melted instantly, gone in less than 3 seconds. And TikTok reaction, I'm sorry, almost $300 for something that dissolves before you can even blink? Twitter, Kris didn't serve appetizers, she served wealth trauma. 2. Mini lobster towers, $420 each. Not platters, not cocktails, and towers, 3 stacked bites of chilled Atlantic lobster infused with saffron, truffle oil, and Meyer lemon pearls. One influencer posted, I counted the lobster. There were maybe 6 bites total, 6. That's $70 a bite. I ate slowly so I could emotionally process it. The cost breakdown went viral. People compared it to luxury handbags, iPhones, and rent. The meme of the night, Kris said no broke taste buds allowed. 3. Vegan diamond carpaccio, $250.
I guess that's what billionaires can do. The beautiful Alicia Keys. Justin Bieber, who was having a great night, was also spotted with some kind of white substance on his pants. You decide.
This one confused everyone. How can a vegan dish cost $250? Easy. When you invent it. Paper-thin slices of marinated beet infused with smoked hibiscus, drizzled with white truffle foam, and topped with actual crushed diamond salt flakes imported from the Himalayas. Instagram comment, she said take your plant-based nonsense and make it expensive. Vegans were divided, and some said it was art, others said, girl, it's beets. The internet couldn't cope.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, and people are already mad. Here's Harry and Meghan inside Kris's birthday party and Meghan with Kim. The guest list was seriously stacked. Oprah was there. Here she is with Kris, Gayle King, Sarah Paulson, and Naomi Watts, including the rest of the All's Fair gang, Niecy Nash, Tiana Taylor, and Ryan Murphy. Chris Rock, and of course, Kylie Jenner, Melanie Griffith, Paris Hilton, and Meghan Trainor, Bruno Mars, who performed on the night, Tyler Perry and Selma Blair, Vin Diesel, the legendary Stevie Wonder, Kathy Hilton, and Nikki Hilton, the iconic Martha Stewart, Sia.
The reactions were instant and ruthless. Kris Jenner is stimulating the economy one appetizer at a time. This is what inflation looks like when you're the Kardashian mother. Imagine being hungry and paying $300 for a spoonful of ocean. So I would have brought Tupperware and stolen the centerpiece. And honestly, relatable. Because if the appetizers cost this much, everyone knew the entrees were going to be pure insanity. And they were. If the appetizers had people clutching their wallets through the screen, the entrees sent the internet into a full emotional breakdown. Because when the leaked menu revealed the main courses, people didn't just gasp. They laughed, they cried, they questioned their entire financial reality. These weren't entrees, these were luxury flexes disguised as food. 1. The Kris Royale Wagyu Symphony, $1,150 per plate. This was the headliner. The dish everyone photographed. The dish people took videos of because they couldn't believe it was real. A trio of ultra-rare Wagyu cuts, Japanese A5 ribeye, Hokkaido snow beef, olive-fed Wagyu, yes, for me, cows-fed olives. Each slice cooked to a precise temperature using a sous vide machine flown in from Tokyo specifically for this event. The finishing touch? A drizzle of a black truffle reduction aged 12 years. People online were stunned. That beef better come with a college degree for $1,150. I want the cow to personally shake my hand for that price. My entire grocery budget is one Kardashian steak. 2. The Golden Sea Base Filet, $860. Light, delicate, glamorous, perfect for the fashion crowd, a perfectly crisped sea bass fillet, served on a bed of edible orchids and topped with a saffron butter glaze, and of course, a thin sheet of 24-karat gold. It wasn't optional. Every plate had it. Fans joked, if my fish comes wearing jewelry, I'm scared. Not the sea bass being richer than me. Kris doesn't season food with salt. She seasons it with financial trauma. 3. The Vegan Celestial Garden Plate, $645.
There were a stack of photos of him and Kris just really bonding together and hitting the dance floor. Wife Hailey Bieber and of course Kendall were also there. Vanessa Bryant and Sierra, Jay-Z. Here's all the celebrities that attended Kris Jenner's James Bond themed 70th birthday and what they wore. Kicking it off with the one and only Beyonce and her mother Dina Knowles. I was gagged when I saw that Beyonce was there.
Once again, Kris made sure the vegan option wasn't cheaper. A carefully constructed garden of roasted root vegetables, white truffle cream, miso caramel glaze, and rare mushrooms imported from a single forest in Japan. Each plate took 37 minutes to assemble. A viral comment said, "Imagine paying $645 for vegetables that have their own passports." Another, Kris said, "You'll eat your vegan food and you'll feel rich." 4. The classic Kris pasta, $700. This one shocked people most because it was pasta. At least that's what guests thought, until they learned the details. Handmade ribbons of pasta, rolled with squid ink, stuffed with ricotta, aged in volcanic ash, and topped with shaved white truffle flown in day of. The truffle alone, $4,200 a pound. Twitter had a meltdown, $700 for carbs. Kris is diabolical. The pasta costs more than my car payment. This is why the Kardashians don't believe in portion sizes. Yep, sides were not included in the price, but when a single bowl of truffle mashed potatoes cost $175, people understood why. TikTok went feral. I want to be rich, but not Kris Jenner rich. That's scary rich. Please tell me the food at least came with free Wi-Fi. Kris is single-handedly keeping luxury farms in business. Reddit threads exploded with people calculating how many hours of work each dish represented. A teacher posted, "One entree equals 1 week of my salary, I want to scream." A college student wrote, "My tuition is 6 Wagyu plates, 6, and the memes out of control. Kris Jenner's menu cured my appetite for days. I suddenly understand why Kourtney moved to Malibu." One thing was obvious, if the entrees cost this much, the desserts were going to be madness. The dessert course that made people's jaws drop. Who pays $500 for cake?
Babyface, Toni Braxton, designer Tommy Hilfiger, Miranda Kerr and husband Evan Spiegel, Lala Anthony, Chris Appleton, of course all of Kris's girls, Kyle Richards, Faye Resnick, and Farrah Brittany. More family like Travis Barker, and of course Corey Gamble. Let me know all your thoughts on who you were most surprised to see at the party, and follow for more.
By the time guests reached dessert, the internet was already spiraling. But nothing, and I mean nothing, prepared anyone for the prices on this part of the menu. Because Kris Jenner didn't just serve dessert, she served edible luxury wrapped in gold, diamonds, and Instagram shock value. People weren't asking, is it good? They were asking, why does dessert cost more than my phone bill? Let's break it down. 1. The Kris Diamond Cake Slice, $475. Yes, and this is the price for one slice. A triple layer vanilla chiffon cake infused with Tahitian vanilla beans, stuffed with Madagascar mango mousse, covered in a mirror glaze, made with actual crushed diamond sugar crystals. Every slice was served with a tiny pipette of 70-year Grand Marnier essence. The reactions online were hysterical. A $475 slice? Did the cake pay taxes this year? I need the cake to sing happy birthday to me at that price. This better come with a Kris Jenner hug. TikTok users duetted the photos with their bank accounts shaking like earthquakes. 2. The 24-karat gold creme brulee, $520. People lost their minds over this. A perfectly torched creme brulee with a crackling caramel top made from saffron-infused sugar. The entire dish was dusted in 24-karat edible gold powder to match the black and gold color theme. Even the spoon had a gold leaf handle. A Twitter reaction, not the creme brulee worth more than my car insurance. This is a dessert or a down payment? Kris said, if it ain't gold, throw it away. 3. The dreamy vegan galaxy sphere, $450. This one had vegan guests screaming in fear, disbelief, and confusion. A hand-blown chocolate shell filled with lavender cream, blueberry compote, and crushed butterfly pea flower crystals. That glowed purple under special lighting. The kicker? The sphere was cracked open tableside by a waiter wearing white gloves and diamonds. A viral comment, the waiter's jewelry cost more than my tuition. Another, the vegan dessert is $450, but at least it does interior design. 4. Kris's signature chocolate truffle flight, $600, 6 truffles, that's it. Each infused with gold rum, Tahitian vanilla, champagne cream, imported hazelnut, 100-year aged cognac, and mystery flavor, fans bet it was lemon. Rich people love lemon. The internet reaction was savage. 1 truffle equals 1 Target haul. I could feed my family for 2 days and Kris is eating spheres. $600 for 6 truffles? I would have stolen the box. 5. The ice cream course that ruined people's sanity. $300 per scoop. Not dish, not sundae. Scoop it. This was no ordinary ice cream. It was hand-churned by a Michelin star chef, using frozen nitrogen infused with Tahitian vanilla and topped with shaved white truffle. Yes, truffle on ice cream. The comment section cried, God gave up on humanity when he saw truffle on ice cream. I knew the rich were different, but this different? Leaked photos showed hand-blown crystal stands, gold-plated service carts, floating dry ice display bowls, a chocolate fountain made from Belgian couverture imported same day. Reddit went wild. This is not a dessert table, this is a museum exhibit. Guests were whispering, are we supposed to eat this or frame it? Can I take this home? Kris really said calories, but make it luxury. Even Oprah reportedly laughed and said, well, this is extravagant even for me. When Oprah says that, you know it's serious. The dessert prices broke people's mental health. TikTok duets, memes, reaction videos, budgeting jokes, they all exploded. Top comment of the night. At this point, Kris isn't serving dessert. She's serving generational wealth trauma. And as the final trays of gold-dusted desserts disappeared, one truth echoed louder than the music, louder than the celebrity chatter, louder than the entire internet losing its mind over the prices. Kris Jenner didn't just serve food, she served a message. A message about power, a message about image, a message about what it looks like to build an empire from scratch and celebrate it at the highest possible level. This entire menu, the $300 caviar spoons, the 4-figure Wagyu, the gold-coated desserts, the cocktails that cost more than a weekend vacation, wasn't about showing off, it was about legacy. Because Kris Jenner didn't reach 70 quietly. She reached it loudly, boldly, luxuriously, and unapologetically on her own terms. This birthday wasn't a meal, it was a symbol. A reminder that she transformed her family's name into a global brand worth billions. A reminder that no matter the controversy, no matter the storylines, no matter the world's opinions, Kris still controls the narrative. She always has, and nights like this prove she always will. For most people, the menu was shocking, insane, almost comically expensive. But for Kris, this was normal. This was earned. This was the kind of celebration you can only throw when you've spent decades turning fame into a science and marketing into an art form. The world laughed, the world argued, the world judged, and yet, the world couldn't look away. That's the real power of Kris Jenner. Which dish shocked you the most? What price made you want to close your eyes and breathe deeply? And would you pay $500 for dessert if it looked that magical? Drop your thoughts, reactions, and memes in the comments. I want to hear everything. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe, share it with your friends, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another deep dive into the luxury, chaos, and secrets behind Hollywood's most iconic families. Because here on Hush Hush Fame, we don't just spill tea, we uncover the truth behind the sparkle. Until next time, stay curious, stay bold, and remember, sometimes the most expensive thing in the room isn't the food, it's the power behind it. See you in the next one.